Okay, hey guys, a little more help for 7.1, evaluating square roots. So I have right here what's called a list of perfect squares. Um, Unfortunately, this year we won't get a chance to talk about perfect cubes, which is another thing. But basically, this list just helps me find square roots really fast. So, like if I want to know the square root of 36, well, boom, it's in this column right here. And then reminder, um, a square root is just finding the side length of a square with a certain area. Okay. Now, I also wanted you to know that you can use a calculator to find square roots as well. There's a sneaky little button I'm going to show you here. So let's say I wanted to find the square root of 121. I already know from my list of perfect squares that the square root is 11. I already know that. But let's pretend I didn't know that. I could use a calculator here. And every calculator, it's going to be a little bit different. But no matter what calculator you have, you are looking for a radical symbol, we call it, that looks like that. Here, I'll zoom in. Right there. I do not want the X radical button. So on this calculator, I don't want to confuse it with that button. I want this button, the radical. Also, some calculators, you have to use the second function. So this is my x squared button. I want the radical. So before I can push that button, I got to push second and then that x squared button. And then I get a radical up in the screen. Let's put in 121. Enter. And there it is. Square root is 11. Now, this is especially helpful if you don't have what's called a perfect square. So, like, let's go back to 11, right? Side length is 11, area is 121. But you'll notice there's no square here with an area of 130. I know it's got to be somewhere between 11 and 12. It's not a perfect square, which means it would be very, very, very hard, a lot of work to figure out what it is. It's some crazy decimal. Actually, it's called an irrational number. So I'm going to use my calculator for that. So if I want the square root of 130, I'm going to push second radical 130. And like I said, a crazy decimal. We call them irrational numbers. So this is approximately 11.4. All right, so there's how you do it on a calculator. Like I said, they're a little different in other calculators, but you're always looking for that radical symbol that looks like a little check mark kind of deal. All right, thanks. Bye, water out.